Hi, my name's Jamie, and I am going to take a couple minutes to walk you through how GroupTogether works. It's a really simple setup. It'll take you about a minute to do. So we'll go ahead and get started. For a little bit of background, GroupTogether is a platform that was created for friends, coworkers, groups of people who want to collaborate and sign a card together and then chip in for a gift. So it's kind of a two-in-one. It's really great. So let's get started. First and foremost, you want to make sure that you are in the right country based on where you are. If you're in the US, make sure it says so. And click start, and we're off to the races. So on this next page, you can actually see the final product and what it'll look like. This is the card that you will ultimately choose. And on the inside is where your group of friends or coworkers will sign and add their own photo, or they can choose from our library of gifts, which is always fun if they so choose to do that. And lastly is the gift card. In this case, the Any card, which is a super flexible option. Basically, the recipient can swap out the Any card for any of our 150 plus national retailers. So it's just an added layer of flexibility for the recipient to be able to choose. So from there, you are going to decide what is it that you and your group want to do for this particular occasion. I'm going to drop down and you see that you have some options. You can sign a card, you can chip in for a gift, or you can chip in for a gift and sign the card. Most people do both, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like. So now you're going to go ahead and select the occasion. What is it that you are, chipping in and getting a card for? I've had a lot of baby showers, so I'm going to go ahead and select this. It seems to be something that comes up quite a bit in the workplace, and it's always good to be able to contribute from the whole office, for example, and let the recipient choose what they want to buy for their little bundle coming. So I'm going to go ahead and select baby. Now let's choose a name for the collection. The name that you choose will ultimately become a unique URL that you'll then send off to your group. So I'm going to go ahead and write Vanessa's new baby, and you'll see that the URL is generated. When you write a message to your group, the purpose is really just to tell your group what you want them to do. So I always use the View Examples button. It has pre-written messages by GroupTogether, and I can be kind of lazy, so I go ahead and just choose this almost every time. You can, of course, customize. I'm just going to change the name, but you can customize any piece of it. No need to start from scratch on this one, at least in my opinion. You select an end date. I'm going to go ahead and just select the end of the week, but this is really easy to go back and change at any point in time. I'll show you how to do that later. How much do you want each person to contribute? This is an option that you have as an organizer. Do you want to offer an exact amount or ask for an exact amount, or do you want to give the option for anyone to contribute whatever they feel comfortable with? I'm going to go with that any amount. I love that flexibility, like I always say. Add a card title. This is what's going to ultimately be on the card. So I'm going to say, congratulations, Vanessa, from all of us. I'm also going to keep the toggle on for let the people sign without contributing. This basically means that we can get, everyone in the office to participate and only contribute if they feel comfortable. There are a couple more visibility options here. If you click that, you can basically allow your group to see if you have a collection target and or show your collected total. Again, totally optional, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm going to leave those hidden, and then I'm also going to keep the send automatic reminders on. So here's where you will choose your card design. As you can see, there are tons of options to choose from. I went ahead and selected this cute little giraffe one, and in the next step, we'll actually be able to preview what your group will see after you send off the link. All right, let's take a look at the preview. So you will be able to see the card with the message that you're sending off to your group. And this is the step where they will ultimately choose if they want to sign and chip in or sign only. They sign the card, write a message. They do have that option to browse our library of gifts or upload their own photo. And on the next page is where they will select the amount, if any, that they want to contribute. We are now ready to send it off to our group. So after your preview, you'll be able to see your dashboard, and we're gonna click on share, invite friends, and that is how we send this off to our group to start to contribute and sign. If I click here, sorry, I gotta move myself. You see if you have a couple of options. You can add your email addresses here, or you can just share a link. If you are at work and have kind of a heavy firewall, I recommend just grabbing the link and sharing it, on WhatsApp or Slack, whatever you use at work. Now that you've shared your link with your coworkers and friends, you can actually go back to your dashboard at any point in time and to see what is happening with your collection. So I'm sure you'll collect more than $10, but this is essentially what it looks like, including, some visuals around who has paid and signed. I mentioned earlier that you can change the date at any point in time. This is where you'll do that. I'm actually going to go ahead and choose to close it early and click close now. That way we can see what the next step looks like when choosing the gift card. Now, this switches to spend, and we're going to go ahead and click that. Keep in mind that for security reasons, there is a slight lag time in between when you're actually trying to close out your gift card. So I recommend after you've closed, waiting about 1 to 2 hours to actually go back and purchase the gift card. We're now ready to purchase the card. So I'm gonna select the Any card because again, I like to have that flexibility for my recipients to choose. And you get to choose how much you wanna put in your collection toward that card. I'm gonna put the entire amount, and we're gonna enter in our recipient information. Vanessa Boggs, it's from your coworkers. And I'm gonna say congrats as my message. You here have the option to send it either directly to your recipient or to yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and send it to myself. Add to shopping bag. Let's go ahead and check out. You have one more option to be able to review your group card. Let's click there. And here's just a triple check. Is everything good? Are you happy? Confirm. And that's it. We're all done. So remember that I sent it to myself. There are also a couple of other options to actually get it to your recipient. You can share a link. You can also download the card, and an even added layer, you can have it printed out so someone can have a keepsake. Whatever you want, it's meant to be flexible. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks, guys.